Oh, gosh, hi. Proposition. Everything AI puts out is a dim replica of a human capacity. Hi, Kara St. Louis here, and I have something to say today. Um, I think it's time to redefine artificial intelligence. I really do. Um, Apps, for example, okay? This is my app. See my app? And this is a part of my app. This is my app. This is my app. My app. My app. My app. Yeah, let's talk about apps, okay? The little computer that you affectionately but mistakenly refer to as a phone is not a phone. I've been pretty taken aback lately talking to people who think if there isn't an app for something, then they can't proceed. They have a task, they have something they want to do, they have something they need to do, and their instant conclusion is they need an app to do it. That has absolutely floored me lately, because that's come up quite a bit. Forget the pencil and paper, right? Or looking at a normal clock with numbers or hands, right? Man, I need to buy a bus ticket, but the boarding pass or the ticket has to be on my phone, right? In my view, artificial intelligence is no longer a robot or a computer, a talking computer like Siri, for example, okay? I think we need to redefine it as anything that you allow to replace your own thinking or your own abilities. Or perhaps something that's latent or still just a capacity. What's the most worrisome right now, though, is that we've really lost sight of what our abilities and our capacities are in a way that is profoundly worrying, far more than just a few short years ago. We forget what it is we can do. We think everything has to be run through artificial intelligence. Very much the same kind of principle as if I didn't see it on TV, it didn't happen. All right. So, for example, if you opt straight for a GPS, which can be a lifesaver, I have to admit that. There are times when that can save your life. Generally speaking, though, you don't need one, right? You refer to a map or use your own senses, your own understanding of where you think something might be and head that direction. Or the calculator on your phone to do the simplest kinds of maths, right? See this? See this? See this? Those are the prototypes. Those are the archetypes of the apps that you think you need. All right, so what got me on this? What got me started on this? Well, it's been bothering me for several days anyway. And I'll tell you why specifically at the end, I suppose. But I want to talk about something I saw on that news program that I like to promote called UK Column. It's on YouTube. Yes, it's on YouTube. And it's a worldwide news show, by the way. It's not just the United Kingdom. You should tune in because you will get actual information about the United States that you're never going to get here. They will never let you know here, or the viewpoints of those in Europe regarding various things. Information about Russia that you're never going to be able to, never going to be allowed to witness or hear or anything. So it's a good thing to tune into this, all right, to this show. And I try to do it as often as I can. In Britain, on the 1st of October, this information was delivered via UK Column. But in Britain, the Ministry of Defence has organized a youth recruitment campaign known as Cyber First. If you're in the United States and you can remember what the ROTC is, it's very much along those lines in terms of recruitment. It's an organization of cyber cadets sponsored by GCHQ, which is the Cybersecurity Center. Okay, so what's GCHQ? We have to answer that first. Well, they describe themselves as 6,000 people, or employees, I suppose, from a range of diverse backgrounds. They say we strive to keep Britain safe and secure by working with our partners in MI6 and MI5, and so on. And they're the ones who are organizing and rolling this out in Great Britain. Their recruitment ad showed a young man with his handheld gadget sitting in a chair, and the caption reads, "When you love your tech, but your parents aren't so sure." And then you see the boy's mom, presumably, taking the gadget away from him and handing him a biology text, no less. Okay? So the hidden message is there's cyber tech versus flesh and bone, right in our faces. So right now, 2,000 cadets a year are being equipped to become future leaders in this emerging industry of cybersecurity. So on this particular show, Patrick Henningsen was sitting in for Brian Garish, and he mentioned that cadet is a military term. Of course it is. And it feels more like the militarization of civilian life. The goal is to have 60,000 cadets per year trained by 2024. All right. And it may not be security as much as training trolls and people used in subterfuge, right? These were the thoughts expressed by Henningsen, and I think he's correct. As if you're working for MI5 and MI6, which are the spook organizations in Great Britain, it has to be an offensive program, not a defensive program. It's definitely a spy organization. So anyway, it was also called by the UK Secretary of War the very first program of its kind in a NATO state. So I'm now more determined than ever to help people realize their arms and their hands and their legs and their eyes and their ears, their mouths, their hearts, their minds, okay? All that flesh and blood, that biology that they strive to replace and that our young people think need to be replaced, or that our young people think provide skills and capacities and talents that we don't have as human beings, which is just 100% the opposite of what really is the case, okay? Anyway, the reason this comes up right now for me is because I'm also conducting my workshop, which I've been doing for a couple of years, Sovereign Imagination Studio Workshop, whose point is to regain control of your thoughts, rip them away from AI and other adversaries, your mind, your will, your feelings, okay? If you're having feelings that you don't want to live with anymore, or that you feel are wrong, detrimental, it's not an app that's going to help you. You are the only app you need, guys, okay? I promise. You're the only app you need. And if you turn to a machine, it's only going to get worse, not better, okay? This workshop that I'm using now, it uses techniques that are over a century old now, okay? Like I said, it returns your thoughts, your will, your feelings. You are the rightful captain of your own ship again. Do you see, you are your own app. And the situation with this is quite like the addictive situation that has been created by the chemicals and substances that are put on our so-called food that get us through our taste buds. Through our taste buds, not through our gut, because our gut doesn't need any of that. But we are so addicted through our taste buds by these chemicals and additives that are very deliberately put on into our foodstuffs, particularly fast food, right? But in this case, the addiction is your buzzy brain. It's your buzzy brain, okay? Zoom, faster. The thoughts, zoom. Okay, that's your buzzy brain, right? That's the hive. All right. And it's time to come out of the hive. Please come out of the hive mind. I know that there's a payoff. Every addiction has a payoff, right? I know there's a payoff for spending all your time in that buzz. And so do they. And they know that their apps and their computers and their every other kind of artificial intelligence greases those paths, provides the rolling papers, provides the, the syringe for your buzzy brain. Okay, so be aware if you can. It strikes me that this is one of the hardest things humanity may ever have to face, is re-identifying that line between me and the machine. Me and the machine, okay? Anyway, that's my 2 cents for today on that one. I'm thoroughly alarmed about this. But I know there's a way out. Of course I know there's a way out. So I'm very accessible. Talk to me if you want to talk about it, okay? All right. Till tomorrow, maybe.